Welcome back to the second part of the two-part video on the top 10 strongest JoJo stands. In this video, I will be going over the 5th to 1st strongest JoJo stands in my opinion. If you enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe. Let's go. Number 5, Tarsem 4. Tarsem 4 is a brutal stand with one of the most powerful attacks and damage in the whole JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you get close to Tarsem 4, you will almost instantly die to the immense damage that all the moves deal. Also, you do not need to get close to this stand for it to deal a heap of damage, as Tarsem 4's projectiles are quite destructive and lethal too. I do not need to talk more about this stand since it's quite self-explanatory at this point as to why this stand is extremely overpowered. You definitely do not want to be on the bad side of this stand, that's for sure. Number 4, Wonder of You. This is quite controversial, but I do believe that this stand is extremely underrated despite the huge amount of power this stand possesses, and that's why I place it number 4. Wonder of You is a Part 8 stand from JoJolion that directs misfortune to any person that tries to pursue it. The stand itself is unkillable and indestructible as we know of. The only way to defeat this stand is to defeat the stand user. This means that you will eventually lose if you can't find the stand user, making it extremely overpowered. You could say that this stand is a walking love train, as its abilities are pretty much identical, but Wonder of You is just on a whole nother level of overpoweredness. Number 3, Heaven's Door. This stand is even more controversial than Wonder of You because it is very underrated and people do not seem to understand the true potential and power this stand has. Heaven's Door is a Part 4 stand whose stand user is Rohan Kashibi. Heaven's Door can turn people into a book where he can write what he wants into them, and that will happen to them inevitably. For example, if he turns someone into the book, he can write commit suicide, and they will quite literally commit suicide, and that action cannot be stopped or changed by the person. Don't you now understand the power of this stand? The only reason I have not placed this second is because you need to be very close to the user or stand for Heaven's Door to turn someone into a book. Number 2, Soft and Wet. Once again with this stand, people do not understand the true potential that this stand has. Soft and Wet is a fused stand of the stands Killer Queen and Soft and Wet from the Steel Ball 1 universe in Part 8 of JoJolion. Soft and Wet has the ability to replace anything with a bubble which he can pop at any time he likes, as long as he is inside of the person or object he wishes to do it on. If you apply this logic, then technically he can turn someone's heart into a bubble and pop it, granting instant death. But what makes this stand so effective and OP is that he can do it from anywhere as long as he is in line of sight of his enemy. He will literally beat anyone but Giorno, you'll find this about later, in the entire JoJo verse with this one ability. Number 1, Golden Spin's Requiem. There is no debate about this stand being the strongest and most complete stand ever in the entire JoJo Bizarre Adventures franchise. Apart from the fact that every single one of Golden Spin's Requiem's move is insanely fast and does a tremendous amount of damage, the true reason why he is the strongest and most unbeatable stand in every situation is because of his ability Revert to Zero. Revert to Zero means that Giorno essentially rewinds time to the point of zero. Point 0 is the starting point of your hallucination. For example, let's say you buy a bag from a shop, then you go have lunch, and then Golden Spin's Requiem activates Revert to Zero after you bought your bag. That shop where you bought your bag from becomes a starting point. Whatever happens next is not reality, but your hallucination. So you're having lunch, does not actually happen, but you think it's happening due to revert to zero's effects. By the time the hallucination effects wear off and you realize you have not moved from your starting point, it's too late. You have lost. So there you have it. My top 10 strongest JoJo stands from part 3 to 8. Thank you so much for stopping by and tuning into my video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know in the comments as well if you want an extended stand review on any of the stands listed in this video or just in general. Thank you.